Hi, I'm Z, the reluctant accountant, and I'm here with another 5-minute finance. So does anyone remember Trading Places? You know that classic 80s movie with Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd, and they end up making a killing by manipulating the price of orange juice? Well, this isn't about that movie magic, but this is real world economics. And spoiler alert, orange juice has never been this expensive. So since late 2021, the price of orange juice futures, which is basically a way for companies to actually hedge against price swings, has skyrocketed. In fact, it's quadrupled. So just last month, prices hit a record high of $5.80 per pound, which breaks records left and right. So why is this happening? To understand this, we need to take a closer look at where oranges come from. So for decades, Florida was one of the biggest orange juice producers in the world. But in the last 20 years, Florida's output has dropped by a shocking 92%. So this is as a result of hurricanes, pests, rising prices, which has hit the region really, really hard. And now you might think, well, why don't we just get oranges from somewhere else? We do. Brazil, for example. They produce about 70% of the world's concentrated orange juice, but even Brazil's in trouble. 2023 has been brutal for growers of oranges. Brazil is facing one of the worst droughts in recent history, especially in Sao Paulo, the country's main orange producing region. There are parts of the state that haven't seen rain in over 4 months. Add to that bacterial diseases called citrus greening, which makes oranges sour and even kills trees. So bigger farmers can obviously afford like pesticides and nets and stuff, but what about the smaller farmers? They're left with two bad choices. One is they either rip out the infected tree, or two, keep growing infected fruit. And unfortunately, most are choosing the latter because prices are just too high to pass up. And so here's where things get even worse. New orange trees take 4 years to start producing fruit. So even if farmers start to produce and plant more trees, it's going to be years before things start to show any differences and changes. But despite the shrinking supply, the demand for orange juice is not going anywhere. Global consumers, especially in the US and in Europe, are willing to pay more. And so retailers are just prioritizing those markets. But that does mean that the rest of the world could start seeing shortages really soon. So unlike in Trading Places, where our heroes profited from these crazy times and the wild market moves, this time around there's no easy fix. The real world orange juice market is dealing with long-term structural issues: droughts, diseases, high costs. This can't be solved with some sneaky trading strategy. So next time that you're sipping on that mosa or having a cheeky orange juice with your breakfast, just remember, you're not only getting a refreshing drink, but also a taste of some pretty complex economics. If you want to know more about how everyday things affect your wallet, please remember to like, subscribe, comment, tell me about your favorite orange juice brand, and I will see you next week.